Election Commission bar Commissioner's Office Kohima di March 20 din press conference tigina Lok Sabha election upper notification release kurshe. EC Virginaisha ge state ti sop milagina 13.17 lakh voters nishna se kude 6.60 do maki voters are 6.56 do mota voters ase. Polling do 2,342 polling stations stilobo aro polling exercise day 16,000 nishna security personnel shamil takibo kuigna janaisha. Detailed report sai Sabha.
So out of those 97 crore voters, presently we have about, that is Nagaland as a state, we are contributing about 13.17 lakh voters. Out of the 13.17 lakh voters, 6.60 lakh voters are females and 6.56 lakh voters are males, which means that we have a gender ratio of 1006, which means that for every 1,000 voters, we have 1,000 voters, 1,006 voters are females. So we have a positive gender ratio. Out of this, polling will be held across 2342 polling stations, 2342 polling stations, and including security personnel, we have about 16,000 odd personnel who would be involved in the polling exercise. We have about over a lakh first-time voters in our electoral roll as of now, 107,000 roughly, and about 17,000 80 plus voters in the 80 plus category. Some generic data about our parliamentary constituency. Our parliamentary, we have, as a state, we have one parliamentary constituency. It is called 1 PC, and it is spread over 60 assembly constituencies all across our state. We have 16 district election officers. One district, which is the Newland district, is not a district election office, and one ADC headquarter, which is ADC Pugaboto, is considered as an election district. So that's how we have 16 district election officers. The election returning officer will be the Commissioner Nagaland, who is sitting to my left, and he will be assisted in his role by 58 AROs or assistant returning officers, of which one will be based out of his office itself. So 57 AROs will be posted all across the state, and one officer will be in his headquarters to help him discharge his duties as a returning officer. Now the polling date, all of you would know by now, which is 19th of April. 19th is a Friday, and the counting of votes will happen along with the rest of the country on 4th of June. The polling date is 19th of April. The polling time is from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. So today has been the notification date. So notification of elections have already happened in our extraordinary gazette, the Nagaland State Extraordinary Gazette. Details are given there as well. Elections we've had, it is not a one-off exercise. So a lot of preparatory activities have taken place. We have spoken to some of you, if not all of you, during the course of this preparatory work. The main preparatory work has been the electoral roll process. The summary revision, the special summary revision of electoral rolls had taken place, and we had published the final draft roll on 10th of Jan for the entire state, except for 43 Tapi, which had by-elections happening. So for 43 Tapi, we had published the final draft roll or final roll on 10th of February. So we have the electoral roll in place. However, this is not the final electoral roll. Additions to the electoral roll through Form 6. Submission of forms, which is basically Form 6, was allowed till 17th of this month. And disposal will happen till 27th, which is the last date of filing of nominations. However, deletion, that is through Form 7, or changes through Form 8, the last date for submitting those forms was 16th of this month, which is 16th of March, and it will be disposed by 26th of March. So basically, the short point is that though we published our final draft rolls on 10th/10th of Jan/10th of Feb, there will be some changes to that, because in the intervening time, more people who have basically crossed 18 years of age or who would have missed putting their names in the electoral rolls would have actually submitted, and their forms, etc., would be disposed of during the course of this time. So we will be freezing the electoral roll as on 27th of this month. So basically 27th of March is the last date when all the entries, exits from the electoral will be finalized, and based on that, elections would be, votings would take place. Final roll are available on our website, and as and when the electoral roll is finalized, as I mentioned on 27, the new ones will again be published in the.
We have issued the notice for the election today, and then we'll be taking the nomination form from the candidate from today only. The time of nomination form to be given to the RO or ARO is from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The nomination form can be given either to me as a RO or to the ARO. ARO is sitting just behind you. Benjamin is ARO. As CEO has said, there are 58 ARO. One ARO is in Commissioner office to help me out. The nomination form can be given to me personally or to the ARO, Mr. Benjamin. Timing, as I said, is 11 to 3. Not before 11 I can take, and even after 3 p.m. If they are inside the compound at 3 I can take, but after 3 p.m. no. The last date of nomination is 27th of March, 3 p.m. And then the no nomination forms can be taken on holidays like 23, 24, 25. 3 days are holiday in between. So total there are 5 days: 20, 21, 22, and then 26 and 27. The once nomination forms are received by me, maybe in numbers, maybe 8, 10, whatever, then there will be a scrutiny next day, 28. That will be again at 11 a.m. Will be informing to the candidate as and when they come for the nomination. That will also be happen at a conference room just below this, the ground floor. That will be now informed to the candidate. And then 30th is the last date for the withdrawal, 3 p.m. Other than this nomination form, then on the poll day, the polling is on 19th. After that, as CEO has said that there are 16 DOs. So there will be 16 strong room where the EVMs will be going to the polling station. After casting, they will be again storing at the strong room. The counting will be, there is a 4th June, that is Tuesday, that will be starting counting from 8 a.m. with the postal ballot. So there will be two kind of votes that need to be counted. One, which is already in the EVMs. Second, the postal ballot. Postal ballot consists of the ETPBS, that is for the service voter. And then postal ballot also, I would say, include the EDC, the polling person who are on the duty, that they will be given EDC. And then officer who are posted outside for the Naga officer who are posted outside for election duty, and they can also apply for the postal ballot. And there is one more category of the postal ballot that comes under 12D. The people who are differentially able people, more than 40%, they can apply, or the people who are 85 plus of age, they can apply. So the DO, the ARO, they will be collecting the information from the voters who want to have postal ballot in their postal ballot under 12D. They will be collecting, accordingly the postal ballot will be provided to them. And these postal ballot, casting of this postal ballot will be done at their home, their house. And these postal ballot need to be finished, especially under 12D, before 1 day of the actual polling. That is 19th is the actual poll. So 18th April is the day when we can complete the process of postal ballot. Once all this postal ballot, it will come to the RO office, postal ballot under 12D, then service electors, ETPBS, plus ET. There are only two kinds of postal ballot will come. The counting of postal ballot will be done at the RO level, RO office, and then counting of EVM will be done at the ARO office, that is DO office, the 16 places. And then uploading of data will be at the DO level plus RO office. That will be informed to all of you. Now, when it comes to there are certain things which I also inform to the candidate when they come for the nomination. maximum 3 vehicles are allowed inside the 100 meter periphery when they come for the nomination. And then inside the returning officer room when they are coming for the nomination to submit the nomination form, the maximum 5%. So these are the small things we wanted to inform you all. That is all from my side.
I'll just briefly highlight on the security aspect and the arrangements that have been made in order to ensure smooth, free, fair and peaceful election in our state to the one parliamentary constituency, which is slated for voting on the 19th. The election processes have already started a long time back, but right after the announcement of the Model Code of Conduct, for the information of one and all the police officers, right from the rank of DGP down to the last rank, are deemed to be on deputation to the Election Commission of India for the process of the election. So all the police officers are on deputation to ECI, and accordingly we are handling the responsibilities under the able leadership of our DGP Nagaland. The total number of polling stations, as already stated by our CEO, stands at 2,342. The classification from a security point of view has already been done by the DCs and the SPs. Accordingly, we will provide security personnel in order to assist the polling personnel to reach their destination and then to conduct the voting on the voting day. We have also received a few companies of CAPF well in advance in order to carry out pre-poll election duties, which some of the districts have received, and they are undertaking road patrolling, area domination, and other expenditure monitoring related activities. As rightly mentioned and as stated by the CEO, the 4 M's, muscle, money, misinformation and moral code of conduct, requires enforcement, requires the law enforcement to come forward and play its role as mandated by the ECI. To that respect, we have put SSTs and FSTs in all the districts as per the mandate of the ECI guideline. So these are already operational in all the districts. There will be vehicle checks, MVCPs will be conducted by state police as well as by the CAPF forces which we have received in multiple locations. So it would be the appeal of the state police to cooperate with the law enforcement agencies and also to bear with some amount of inconvenience because vehicles will be checked, stopped, and then search and other things will be conducted. That is one aspect. As far as the misinformation is concerned, as already social media monitoring is going on from police headquarters. We also have the capability to deal with any kind of fake news or any kind of rumor mongering that goes on, and that can create a lot of disharmony or which can erode the credibility of the election process. So any such social media fake news or rumors that can erode the credibility, please complain it to the nearest police station, or to the cybercrime PS in police headquarters. We are confident that we will be receiving additional forces of Central Armed Police Force or the SAPs in another few days. The earmarked companies will be reaching the state, and we are also gearing up in terms of the available state resources, state police, the NAP, the IRB, the Home Guards. All will be utilized to ensure that the security apparatus is in place. Nonetheless, we are on our guards and we will continue to monitor it. We will continue to deliver our duties. It is the appeal of the police department to seek the cooperation of all the public to ensure that the democratic process and the democratic exercise is undertaken in a befitting manner, and ensure a peaceful, smooth, free and fair conduct of elections.
The others, social media and internet technologies that Election Commission has been focusing on for the past few years. I would request our Additional Chief Electoral Officer
Sri Ava Lauren to say a couple of words on the overview of elections, especially with in the context of our state. I'd like to make a correction. I had earlier mentioned the number of electors between 18 to 19 as 1.08 lakh. It is not 1.08 lakh, it is 19,000 odd. And between 20 to 29, we have about 2,74,000 electors. Now, in our state, what we have found is that especially during parliament elections, we have this curious case of apathy, two kinds of apathy from the electors. The Commission has always been trying to emphasize that more and more people should come over and vote in the elections, but especially in urban areas and among the youth, somehow there is a reluctance to come and vote. So I would, through your good offices, through all the media's good offices, urge all the young and first-time voters. We have about 19,000+ between 18 to 19 years of age, and about 2,74,000 between the age groups of 20 to 29. I would urge all of them to come out on 19th of April and come and vote, so that the percentages in during parliament elections show a steep increase. Before I hand over my mic to the Deputy CEO in charge of media, I would request our AEO MIS, Ketu, to brief the media about different social media platforms that we have in CEO's office, and also apps, basically phone apps that are available, through which candidates can also file their requests for different meetings, and also citizens can show their participation in elections to ensure a free and fair election. So, Ketu, please.